Welcome back, guys. Well, today I'm going to take a look at this little rock crawler that I got in the mail, and I got it from an Amazon seller. I don't remember exactly who it was. I got to look through my emails to figure out who sent me this this particular rock crawler. I plan on doing a drive review of this and a full table review coming up shortly, and I'll have that information for you guys whenever I do figure out who it was that sent me this. But anyway, I just want to do a quick unboxing today. The weather outside is going to get brutally cold, so I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot outside, though I could still drive this car, which I may have to do. But I thought I'd go ahead today and just do a quick unboxing and show you guys what you get with this little bitty truck. Now, the brand name on this, I think it was like SGILE. I'd never heard of that. Again, this is an Amazon brand, so it's probably just the name of their store. So, you know, rock crawler, that's 2.4 gigahertz. Imagine it's probably four-wheel drive. I'm looking a lot around the box here to see if I can figure out. You know, pretty basic little rock crawler. We'll go ahead and open it up now and see what's in the box so we can get an idea what's all included with this. Now, I have already opened this up and put batteries in the controller and stuff just so it's prepared for this. So I have cheated. I've snuck and looked inside, but I've not driven it yet. I've not even powered up the truck yet. So let's go ahead and pull it out here. A lot of the time these handles, so it gets caught. If you have one of these with a handle, it's nice to give it a handle. It makes it nice, easier to carry it around when you first get it. But I find it often these handles end up snagging on these boxes, and they don't want to pull out what's in there. So I could do without the handles when I'm trying to get it, even though it is kind of convenient. So let's see here. Looks like I dropped the instruction manual on the floor. That's not good. But the instruction manual was very, very basic. It just tells you where to put the batteries and how to control. With these trucks, is really, really simple. There's not really much need for instructions with a vehicle like this. And here's the truck. Of course, it had zip ties in here that I cut too, so I wouldn't have to sit and mess with that during the video or edit it out. This is like an aluminum, like an alloy, probably aluminum here on top. So that's nice, so it's not going to break as easily, though this is not going to go very fast. Rock crawlers generally don't go fast anyway. It does have independent suspension. They're just friction shock spring ones. They're not anything fancy. It does not have rear wheel steering, but just by doing this, I can tell it is four-wheel drive, which you'd expect for the rock crawler. Of course, it does have front steering. You can hear that. That just means that, you know, it uses this big geared motor here. This is not a servo, a traditional servo, so I'm sure it's just going to be what I call the Bam Bam steering. I don't think it's going to be proportional. We'll tell when we get to the controller. I didn't look too closely at the controller. I did put batteries in it. Well, here's the giveaway on that. Anytime you've got your trim on the bottom of the car, it's never going to have a true servo. It's always just your turn or no turn. Full turn, it's turn or no turn, it's a full turn. So again, this is more for a kid, someone just getting into the hobby, so you don't expect to have those really advanced features. Obviously, I don't know the price of this vehicle yet because I've not looked at the link. I'm going to try to get that link I said, then I can get a price. So I hate to speculate too much, but I don't think it's going to be very expensive. I'd hope that it's in the $30 to $40 range, but that is just a guess at this point. On the bottom here is where the battery goes, and there is one battery inside of here. There's another one with the controller, which I'll show you in just a minute. So you do get a spare battery, so that is nice. You always, you always want a spare battery if you can get one, but lots of times the Amazon sellers do include little perks like that you may not get if you buy from one of the Chinese vendors. So even though you're going to pay less, the Amazon stuff lots of times gives you these little perks like an extra battery, which is going to double your runtime, or you don't have to, worry about just charging that one battery up all the time and ruining it. You can charge up two, because the more you charge, the batteries eventually start to go bad. Though it just uses nickel cadmium. So I'll show you that pack here in just a moment. So it's not a LiPo or lithium ion. It's the old school technology, but those are very reliable battery packs. They're safer than the lithium ions and the LiPos, and they work just fine for something like this. Let's go ahead and look at the controller in the bag. And here's the battery. It fell out of the bag. It's a 4.8 volt, right? Yeah, 4.8 volt, 700 milliamp hour, 4 AA nickel cadmium batteries is all it is, just wired together with shrink wrap. So nothing fancy, but it gets the job done for this little car. The controller is one of these USB controllers with a little funky connector they use on a lot of these nickel cadmium packs. It lights up and it should go out when it's charged. This one actually did for me because I did charge up one of the batteries already. I'll charge both of them up for the review, but this actually functions. Lots of times these cables don't, these chargers don't always go out, or they might one time and not the next. So just charge these up until the battery pack's a little warm if the light doesn't go out, because like I said, these are not terribly accurate and they don't always completely turn themselves off charging, at least from my experience. Gonna take a look at the controller here in this bubble wrap. The little finger guard thing for the throttle was kind of sticking to the plastic, so I get this ripped out of here, put it back in there, and that's part of the problem whenever I was putting the battery in it. Here's the controller. This is really basic. As you can see, as I speculated, of course, with the trim being on the bottom, it is just click steering. One nice thing though is you can pull this off and switch it to the other side. So if you get a left-handed kid, you can use that to steer. That is very nice, because a left-handed kid, and my oldest daughter's left-handed, I'm sure she drove this, it would throw her off because you're used to having your left hand over here and you can't do it as easily. You have to use your right. So, and it's got your on and off switch here in the back. It says something about auto demo. I can try that out when I review it. These do press in, so an instruction manual I of course dropped on the floor. It might tell us what that is. It probably just does some sort of a maneuver if it works at all. It may do something when you press this, some sort of auto, drive forward, reverse, turn, something. We'll have to figure out what that does. And then your steering here, I would imagine the steering is going to be either full speed or nothing, but I can't confirm until we turn on. But I'll turn it on here in just a moment, and we'll see how the wheels turn just here in my hands. So pretty basic. I mean, that's all you get. Like I said, the only thing I'm missing here is instructions, and I don't feel like getting up and picking them up because there's not much to the instruction manual for something like this. So anyway, let's go ahead and turn it on now. So turn it on here on the bottom. Like I said, I've already got the other spare battery here in the bottom. Turn that on. Go ahead and turn it on. This takes 2 AA batteries. It should, there we go, it's bound up. So let's see, the steering, like I said, is just all the way. You can hear, pretty typical for these budget entry-level toys. And let's go ahead and do the throttle. Well, I'm trying to see if I can get a little bit. Yeah, it is proportional throttle. That's good, because you can lots of times live with a non-proportional steering, especially on something this slow that's a rock crawler. But if you are working with non-proportional throttle, sometimes it's just, you don't want to go full speed, and that really can throw it off, especially when you're trying to climb something. You may just want to give it a little bit of throttle. So this is nice that it does have proportional, but as you can see, there's the lowest and there's the highest. There's not much difference. This does not go particularly fast, so it may not be a huge difference. We'll have to see. So, all right, well, I think that wraps this up, guys. We pretty much got everything that we can show in this unboxing. Like I said, I'll be back in as soon as I can. The weather's going to get bitterly cold here for a few days, and I'll go ahead and do a quick overview of the car. I may just do it with the driver view because we've already covered so much here. I don't think there's anything else to go over, so I may just do a rehash real quick, and then I'll drive it around, and maybe we can get a little snow on the ground. I doubt it, but if we do, it'd be nice to drive it through a little snow. But we'll drive it around the rocks and the grass and just see what kind of power it has, and I'll include that link if I can get it from the Amazon seller to this truck. If not, I'll just have to search Amazon and try to find it or find a similar one. So, all right, guys, let's wrap up this review. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I really do appreciate that. Click the bell. Even if you're an existing subscriber, you may not know when I upload videos, so press the bell so it puts the little lines around it and it knows your notifications are turned on. Though I heard lately some of those notifications have not been working particularly well for people, but please do turn that on if you want to know every time I upload a video. And as always, guys, have a good day.
The power of the dark side.